Hey there, how's it going everybody? Welcome back, Plant Abundance here. Just a quick reminder, I still have Dino tree kale seeds available, so if you're interested I will drop a link to the PayPal order page below this video in the description box. And now's a great time to get them ordered, get them on hand. That way not only will you ensure that you got these seeds, but you can plant them out or get them ready for this coming fall or save them until next spring. And I just want to thank everybody who's already purchased seeds. Really do appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And I look forward to hearing back from you all on how these seeds do for you. And so with that, let's do a bit of a tour back here today and just share with you how things are looking and growing. The corn patch here is growing quite abundantly. I've been watering it about every other day, but most of these are about 7 feet tall now. So looking forward to some corn coming out. Here we've got some ears developing. But it's looking to be a good crop. Did some good soil prep here, added in some nice mulch, and also been given a bit of fertilizer and watering readily to this patch. So this may be one of my better harvests of corn. The strawberry patches are booming. We're harvesting strawberries on the daily, and whatever we haven't been getting has been getting attacked. But that's just part of the game. I've literally got 3 dozen or so plants growing, so not that big a deal. But if you've never had a homegrown strawberry, you don't know what you're missing. Delicious. Cardoon is in full bloom, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but the bees are flying around enjoying this plant. There's one. They like to bury themselves down into the flower. But just a beautiful showy flower. Now here's some of the other varieties of greens that I'm also growing back here. I'm going to be doing a ton of harvesting off of this plant. All of these plants. You can see this one is ready to go entirely. Some of the pods have started to open up. Birds have been eating some of the seeds. This one over here on the other hand, still loaded with green pods. And I'm harvesting the Dino tree kale seeds every day. I've got, I think, about 10 different plants growing back here, all propagated from the main mother plant that are all putting on pods for me right now. Here we've got another strawberry patch. I've been getting some monster strawberries out of here, but I'll take them in any shape and size. And here's yet some other greens that I'm growing that I'm still waiting for the pods to mature. I'm going to be collecting all of these. Here's another one. I'm going to be collecting all the pods off of this today. But here at Rattle. But as of right now, I'm just offering Dino tree kale seeds. Dragonflies buzzing around. Fish pond is doing excellent. Fish are happy, healthy, water's clear. Amaranth is beginning to flower, and pretty soon these spiked flowers will start to turn orange. But what's really nice is that at night I've got an LED spotlight that shines up on the water there, and it reflects on this amaranth and twinkles, and it almost looks like a flame, like a fire. So this is a really good backdrop to a pond. I'll try to capture that at another time and share that with you. Hollyhock is now about 11 feet tall. You can see some fruit getting impaled here. A few fruit dropping off the tree. And I did not notice this. It looks like we got some ripe fluots. Beautiful. The harvest this year is not quite as abundant as last year, but still plenty of fruit. I'm not sure how much those late freezes had to do with it, but as you can see, fruit set's still good. Santa Rosa plum tree here next door is also ripening up. Got a few apples on this young apple tree. This tree was also affected by some fire blight. I've pretty much gotten all of that under control now just by pruning. Bee food. So there's no loss here. Got some good grape bunches forming all over this grapevine. I'm actually very pleased about that. I had mentioned before how much pruning I did on these two vines over here, just to get them actually prepared for next year. Just restructuring the growth pattern of the vine. Here's the white Babcock peach. So this will be the next harvest of peaches that we get. So it's nice to have different varieties that ripen up at different times. So if you like a particular fruit, that's what I'd recommend doing, is researching the different types or different varieties within that type of fruit so that you can spread out your harvest. Most of the snap peas now are drying up and dying back. But we got some nice harvest, a few bowls of snap peas. We could have gotten more, but we let a lot of it actually go to seed. And I'm actually not seeing those pods right now. I'm wondering if the birds started getting them. There were quite a few pods on here the other day. Still waiting for figs to ripen up. It's going to be an abundant fig harvest this year. Peter's honey fig. And here's another Santa Rosa plum. See if we've got anything ripe yet. Getting close. Can't wait. Nothing soft yet. Good news. The wonderful variety of pomegranate has also started to flower. Not as many blossoms as the white variety this year. These trees both went through quite a bit of shock with the late freezes once again. And just to give you an idea of how tall some of these trees are, I'll try not to blind you with the sun here. Let's go over here. So everything is within reach for the most part. Here, of course, is the Florida King peach. Everything's been harvested off of this tree. Still got a lot of pineapple quince ripening up. Got a bunch of long beans growing up the trellis. Over on this side as well. Here we got another strawberry patch. Mammoth Sunflowers. So here we've got the Jujube Tree. We got two of these. You can see they're about 8 feet tall, flowering. Echinacea. Now's a great time if you're considering making tincture to harvest a bunch of the leaves. To make the tincture, you can blend the root, the leaves, and the flower heads, and so if you harvest those all at their peak time and save them, collect them, then when it comes time to make your tincture, you blend them all together with the alcohol. So here are some of the other trees. You can see how tall they've gotten. And they've created a nice hedge here now. Nice manageable hedge. This is a hedgerow of fruit trees. And this is exactly what I was going for. So just really beautiful. Great way to utilize space by planting these closely. These are all merit colored seed pods. And I'm waiting for those to dry up and hopefully be able to offer those to you guys soon as well. Wisteria Trellis. Nice and abundant. Sometimes when it's really hot, I come under here for a quick break. Goji Berries. I've been harvesting goji berries. There's some small ripe ones. Take a look in the chicken coop here. There's just goji berries everywhere you look. A lot of young berries getting started. Chickens have been enjoying some leftover watermelon. The grapevines that I planted to grow up the chicken coop are thriving, doing very well. Back over here, this is my Pakistan mulberry. Could use a drink and to stake it up, but it's growing up nicely. So the food forest is alive and well, my friends. And I know the videos have slowed down a bit, but I'm just staying busy. Got a lot of different things on my plate at this time. But I do appreciate you guys sticking around, tuning into the channel. Once again, if you're interested in those Dino tree kale seeds, check the link below this video. And with that, I hope you're all having a great weekend. Have a wonderful Father's Day, and I'll be talking to you all again soon. Take care.